Interruption, but I'm Mike Wilbon. We've been hosting this show for nearly 24 years, Tony. How do you think we've changed?
Tony Kornheiser. Even sexier now?
Oh, really?
Sexier?
In that Betty White sort of way?
I hadn't thought of it quite like Betty White.
We're moving up. We're moving on up.
Quite like Betty White, but now that you bring her up, sure, in that way.
Yeah.
Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, the Tigers top the Yankees. Mauricio Pochettino wants the Heat.
Sure.
And Steve Young joins us for 5 minutes. But we begin today with college football and the coach of the defending national champion objecting to a proposal that would have just one transfer window that would open in early January. Ryan Day does not like the idea because the college football playoffs are going on then, and at least 4 teams would still be playing. Last year, Ohio State would have still been playing. Currently, there are 2 transfer windows, one in December, one in April. Wilbon, does Ryan Day have valid reservations about the proposed change in the portal window?
Probably. He probably does. Ryan Day, like every other college football coach, is coming at this from a standpoint, a perspective of self-preservation. Here's what I need, because my team is playing late into January, and I don't have the benefit of this other thing. And he's got point there. But you know what? There's only 12 teams in the playoff, and you only had 4 of them left by then. So that means all the others are, maybe not so invested in this. And here's what should happen. And Tony, I'm in this because as you know, I deal with Big Ten stuff all the time, and I'm hearing that perspective mostly. But the championship game is on January 20th. So make the damn deadline. Just go to January 21. Open it then. Just open it then. This is not that hard.
This is the simplest thing in the history of the world.
It is.
Ryan Day you say there are 12 teams now. When they go to 16, that's 4 more teams.
Okay,
you don't want to penalize your good teams because they're still playing.
Okay.
Because the transfer portal has upended college football.
Yes, it has.
Every team, every year, 30, 40, maybe 50 guys come and they go.
Oh, way more than that.
Bill Belichick has 70 new players. Yeah. In his first year at Colorado, Deion Sanders had 80 new players. So look, now they're not all transfers.
Several hundred.
They're not all transfers, but if you have this one portal opportunity and you are a coach, that's how you recruit next year's team.
Yeah.
If you are a player and you don't like the coach or you want more playing time, boom, you go into the portal. So there's chaos there. As long as everybody's under the same umbrella, you can handle it. This is a change to the umbrella.
Just wait till the season's over.
Look, I understand having one portal window. Not 2. I understand that.
I understand
but you have to wait till everybody is either playing or not playing.
Yeah.
You cannot penalize teams.
There are administrative reasons people don't want to wait. I don't care about them. Let me just say, I'm going to go back to something you said that is important. You said whatever number you use, Tony, I'm going to bet you that of Division I football players, I'll just go Division I, I'll bet you more than 60%. I'll go as high as 65% transfer in these last 2 years. That number's about that. So this is important to them. I get it.
This is the rolling tide of college football now.
Yes.
You cannot say that, there's only 4 teams left, so the hell with them. You can't say
do
that.
No. By the way, so we can find this out during the break, right, from AI. AI will have some number. They'll offer up a number to see if I'm right about my 60 to 65%.
Oh, good, a correction box. Good. That's what I want.
Let's move in the meantime to baseball. The Tigers knocked around the Yanks for 9 runs in the 7th last night on the way to a 12-2 win. The Tigers are 2.5 games better than the Yanks. Tony, which of these 2 are you more bullish on as we now are a week into September, almost 2, and we head down the stretch?
I am more bullish on the Tigers because I believe the Tigers have been a first-place team all season, though the division they're in this year is not as good as it was last year. But the Yankees are a second-place team, maybe a third-place team if the Red Sox get hot. And that thing you mentioned about the 9 runs. 9 runs in the 7th inning against 2 relievers, I believe all earned. The relievers did not get a single out.
They got rocked.
Since August 1st, the Yankee bullpen has an ERA of 5.05, whereas in the month of August, the Tigers was 2.98. I can't be bullish on a team with a 5.05 ERA in the bullpen. It's too much bullpen stuff in games.
I'm going to take you further. I can't be bullish on anybody. There's nobody to be bullish on in the entire major leagues. You can start with the
Dodgers, that I think.
But you can't, because the Dodgers we don't even know they're going to win a division.
No.
The Dodgers could be in a wild card situation on the road.
I still
at
think
Wrigley
if their
Field.
pitching is good,
but
they're dominant.
Toronto, the Yankees, Boston, Detroit, Cleveland. Texas even is now 6
got a
games
shot.
over 500 and moving on up. Houston, which has lost to 7 of 10. Seattle, if I go to the National League, the Cubs, they're 3 clear. I think they're 3 clear right now of San Diego for the first wild card spot. But the Reds are still in it. The Mets have a wild card spot. The Padres are going to like to be in it. The Dodgers are not clear of anything.
Right.
San Francisco's
And the Giants have
back
a
in
chance.
it. The
Yeah.
Phillies are the only team in the top 10 teams right
That's
now
right.
that has won 7 of 10.
Yeah, no.
All the rest of them are somewhere between 4
I'll give you
and
another
5 and
reason.
6.
I'll give you another reason why I'm more bullish on the Tigers. Tarek Skubal, who has a chance to come back 2 years in a row for Cy Young, and has an outside chance at the Triple Crown 2 years in a row. The Yankees, Fried and Rodon have had great years, but Skubal's ERA is 1 full run under theirs. He's the best guy.
But yet, Detroit doesn't have anything in that division, and Cleveland, which has awakened recently, not going to catch the Tigers.
No.
So, I don't know what it means.
The choice was who you're more bullish on. That's what I said.
None of them. How about
Let's move to soccer. The U.S. men's national team beat Japan last night 2-0 in one of those friendlies after a string of disappointing results. The new U.S. coach, Mauricio Pochettino, said, "Don't criticize my players, criticize me." Here's a direct quote. Criticize me, but let the players play free," unquote. It even rhymes. Wilbon, is that a fair request?
No. It's a stupid request that falls on deaf ears. Because Pochettino has no standing. He has no stature. We're not even sure if he has a team that's worthy of our attention, much less criticism. He's got nothing. He's been around 2 minutes, and he's asking people what to... We'll criticize whatever we damn well please criticize, and he'll live with it. Whether it's him or his... These people are professionals. They're not in high school where remember when you and I were covering highs?
Yeah.
And you didn't want to criticize little 14-year-old Johnny because he might weep when he got home.
I didn't, but I know secretly you did.
I didn't. I regret it to this day, as you know. What is this dude talking about? And I'm sure you agree with this.
I agree with it largely. Look, this is coaching 101. This is criticize me. I've got a long-term contract. Lay off my players.
How long is his?
Coaches do this because they know their locker room. They know which guys are fragile in the psyche, and they know which guys might crumble if they get too much criticism. I'm sure the guy's a good coach. He's coaching the Premier League. He's coaching League One in France.
But in this context, he has no standing.
But here's what matters. In the United States, when you lose, everybody gets criticized.
Right.
The players,
That's
the
the
coaches,
deal.
the GM.
Yeah.
These friendlies, so what? This is about the World Cup. If you get bounced out of the World Cup early, everybody's going down the drain because we are one of the hosts of the World Cup. We are hosting the finals. If we don't get to the knockout round or if we get drilled like 5-0, it's disastrous. This is results-based. And I understand his sentiment, but it's not going to go.
Don't even say it publicly. We're 10 months away from the biggest sporting event in the
world. In the world.
And you are like begging?
Yes.
And what? Come on now.
Right.
They don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
The tone of this whole summer has been not good for that program. It hasn't been. And now we're criticizing him. Where is it? The star of the team don't play in the friendlies, do play in the friendlies. We don't even know what he's doing yet. They need to write themselves as something other than a friendly.
Let's take a break. Coming up, J.J. McCarthy did something no one has done since Steve Young. And you know what? We're going to ask Steve Young about that.
We'll also ask him whether he thinks my man Caleb Williams will end up excelling within Ben Johnson's offense.
I remember when the Yankees were great all the time when I was a kid. They're not great. Let's dig into some NFL issues with our great friend and the man I taught all about private equity, Hall of Fame quarterback Steve Young. Let us start with this. This is going to be very personal for you. J.J. McCarthy is the first starting quarterback in the NFL to come back from 10 down in the fourth quarter of his NFL debut since you did it in Tampa Bay in 1985. What did you see when you watched J.J. McCarthy?
Well, first of all, Tony, thank you for finding the one highlight of my season in Tampa Bay. No, the second highlight was coming back the next year in San Francisco as a quarterback for the 49ers. We played in Tampa, and I went out at halftime to receive the 1986 MVP of the 2-14 Bucks in front of the crowd.
Great.
But JJ, what you got to think about JJ McCarthy, Sam Darnold was beloved. I mean, in one season, people loved him, and the locker room loved him. So he has now to enter as a young, inexperienced quarterback. He goes down to Chicago on opening Monday night under all that pressure, and then when he threw the pick six, didn't you all? I mean, I was like, oh my,
Game over. Game over. Yeah.
Not only game over, but it's like now you've got the hills that you got to climb, the filters you got to go through to kind of get there. That you just don't want to start like a horse that gets out of the gate and then falls flat on its face. And then to see him gather himself after the pick six, gritty, and go get it done. There is nothing greater that could happen to a first-time quarterback in the NFL than what happened to JJ. His team now can point to it. Hopefully, if things go sour, they go, but he did it in week one, and it was great. So there's nothing better than what happened to JJ McCarthy and for JJ to get started the season.
Not for some of us.
No, not for you. Not for Bears fans.
It's the first time I ever rooted against that hard, a Chicago kid. All right, we're going to go to the other side of this, though, Stephen. I said yesterday Caleb Williams has to be deprogrammed from the Eberflus era. And as a quarterback who had to adjust to a new offensive system a time or two in your life, what does that take to do?
Mike, you hit me at the heart of what my passion is for the game today, is that so many defensive coordinator-focused head coaches do not understand the position. And more than ever, the quarterback is football. And people say, oh, that's Steve, that's crap. Look, I know it's conflated, but it's not that conflated. And so to not understand the position, you can see the teams that don't understand it and why they're not very good at it. So there is a transition, and having to learn a new offense is a transition. But then let's also look at Ben Johnson. Just looked it up on ChatGPT. He's never coached a mobile quarterback. And being a mobile quarterback, I was told in 1987, I was telling Tony, I was told by Ray Perkins, I hate scramblers. It is unusual. In today's game, it's a prototype. If you're going to be a great, innovative offensive coordinator or head coach of quarterbacks, you need to be able to deal with the prototype. This is the prototype. This is Ben Johnson's first chance at that prototype. And I'm telling you, that's a transition. That is not simple for coach and quarterback, and to be able to gain that trust and understanding. And Caleb's trying to understand the one thing that's so hard today is that I don't know exactly when to go. I want to be a sophisticated passer of the football. I want to be Dan Marino. I want to be Peyton Manning. I want to be Tom Brady. But I also know that there's free yards out there to go get every game. I don't want to lose them. And that dilemma needs a lot of care and concern. And I wish, because I did it and lived it, I kind of wish I could connect to my brain and I could just give it to them, because it's very hard for people that don't. If you played quarterback in the NFL 18, 20 years, but never were capable of moving around, you would not know what to say. You would not know what to teach. And I think that's unique to the guys today.
We're old enough to remember when Steve was like the father of that.
Yeah.
I mean, after Tarkenton and Staubach, then it's Steve
not the grandfather, right?
Not the grandfather. We won't saddle you with that. Brian Daboll seemed to waffle on Russell Wilson being his starter for week two. Russell Wilson's been at this a long time, Steve. If you hear your head coach sort of, what do you do week two if you're Wilson?
You gotta become the reason that you win some games, because in the background people are chirping for Jackson Dart because it's just a game today. Look, why is he standing there? Why is he sitting there? We're not going to lose games. Might as well lose them with Jackson Dart. That's how one game. That's how it gets started. And so Russell's been through it. He's a veteran, but he knows perception is 9/10 of the law as well, not possession. I learned in law school. Perception is I need to go be a reason. And he's old enough and mature enough, and he can figure it out. Go be the reason they win some games and hold on to your job, because it's iffy. When the coach starts to waffle, you got to get to Wednesday morning and hope that you're not getting benched because it's close. So I would say, Russell, go be the reason. And that's not easy.
We'll get you out of here on this, and we're doing this question because the quote is so great. Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh said that the hit on Justin Herbert by linebacker Duke Tranquil, quote, would have killed a lesser man.
Okay.
That's how big that hit was.
All right.
Let's be honest about that, unquote. As someone who took big hits in your career, how perilous did that one look to you?
What is with the love affair between Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert? Look, I saw Justin Herbert at Oregon. He came to Stanford, and I got season tickets. There's no more pretty throwing motion other than Andrew Luck in history. I mean, it is a thing of beauty. I remember almost tearing up watching him throw the football. So I understand the love affair, but let's stop. let's go look at that hit again. He turns his back. The linebacker gets a free run.
Thank you.
15 years ago, before the rule changes, his head he's leaping from 6 yards away, knifing into you. Like, come on, he has to bring his feet and knock him down. And I'm surprised he didn't try to pick him up. And I'd like, talk about overreaction. But I understand he's trying to defend his quarterback. I remember the fridge getting me straight on when I played the refrigerator Perry for the Bears. He was, how much, Michael, 350?
Yeah.
I mean, and he got me straight on, tipped me over, and I thought to myself, oh, this is it. I'm dead. I'm going to die. And he took me down and landed on me, and I thought, he broke me. Like, I broke. Like, and I got up, I'm like, oh, I didn't break. I thought for sure I was dead.
That is
So,
great.
look, I'm not trying to control, like, I'm not a get off my lawn kind of guy, but let's come on.
Get off the lawn
we can't
on
hit
that one.
Harbaugh, nobody can hit the quarterback today.
It's such a pleasure to have you.
So
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Steve.
You.
Appreciate it.
You guys are the best.
Let's take one last break. Still to come, Wilbon's old neighbor hits home run number 50.
And Fernando Tatis Jr. pulls one back again. I got to remind Steve of when T.O. got hit in the end zone in a playoff game. But Steve was gone by then. He wasn't the quarterback, but T.O. got hit. He got crunched by two Packers, I think, in an NFC title game. And I thought T.O.